Welcome to Tech Updates number 8. My name is Derek. Thanks for stopping by. So this week, what have I been learning and doing and all that kind of fun stuff with computers and AI and everything? So for research and learning, I switched out VirtualBox and I switched to Virt Manager and KVM virtualization for some small projects. I did not realize that the Intel AMD pass-through stuff from the motherboard was not being used by VirtualBox because I spun up a virtual machine to do some testing and make a quick video about something, and I was just like, why is this running so slow? I have plenty of RAM and CPU for this, and I didn't realize that my virtualization was not set up correctly. So we got VirtualBox ripped out, and we got the Virt Manager installed and got the virtual machines all converted over, so I'm using that right now, and it seems to be decent so far. Right now, I am having fun playing and learning all I can do with Opus 4.6. That came out this week, 2 or 3 days ago. It's been a lot of fun playing with the upgraded versions of Anthropic's new model. I am using it for most everything in my AI scaffolding. I'm using Pi, personalized AI infrastructure, on top of Claude Code. It's really cool. Go check that out. I'm also reading up on Codex. OpenAI dropped new stuff the same day that Opus 4.6 came out. So big week in AI. Every day is a big new day in AI right now, it seems like. And so that is only available on Mac right now, which makes me wish I had a Mac. But we're here where we're at. So future research to do. I'm looking at maybe swapping out ElevenLabs API for other voices that are cheap or free. I'm only on the free tier right now on ElevenLabs, and I used all my monthly credits in like 2 weeks. So I'm trying to decide if I want to spend money on that for voice APIs for my AI, or if I can find a free version. We're iterating our way through that. I've come across an agentic coding course that I think might be really interesting, but I'm trying to decide if I want to invest in that. I also am going to get my Pi upgraded to 2.5. That just came out probably Thursday or Friday, and I wanted to get it done over the weekend, but I did not. And so that's on my list to do very soon. And then other research to do is to read up and learn about Vercel and Supabase for websites and content distribution, and see if I want to try putting out content that way instead of the traditional LAMP stack way and WordPress-based websites, which is what I've done for the last 10, 15 years. Commands to remember. There's the big long command if you want to switch your virtual machines from a VirtualBox format over to something that can be read by KVM. And it works. And it takes only 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. All right, improvements. I got the $50 overage credit from Anthropic that's going on right now. It's a nice coupon / I don't know what they're called, marketing campaign. So I got that plugged in. I've already used $3 or $4 of it, which is nice. I tend to run into the session limits, and then by Saturday night, I'll get really close to 97, 98% of my weekly usage. So I'm getting decent at timing it out with the amount of projects that I do. I have gotten 10 blog posts written for my InfoSec consulting page. I'm working on ramping that back up, and I've gotten 4 of them posted. I've got them all in draft mode. I'm working through them, making images and all that kind of fun stuff. I have gone through and narrowed down my scope of services to the things I want to offer, and now I'm matching up the tools I need for all of that and getting everything kind of in place. I've created pricing plans for those services, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you see me talking more about my InfoSec consulting on the side with my company, that's why. You'll see. I'm just pushing to get back into that. I also worked on my resume for a couple hours with AI. Still AI-generated resumes, no matter how much prompting and context you give them, still just not great at putting those out. So they can help you build it, but then you still got to work on them to get them to be just the way you want. I did build a skill and accomplishment inventory to reference, so when I'm creating a tailored resume for a specific job, I can have it AI look through this list of things I've done and grab some of those bullet points and put them on a new resume, and then go through and tweak that to make it a little bit more applicable. I built a dev version of my wife's business website to show her designs and prep for upcoming changes. I've got a brand new version of her website ready to go. I'm just waiting on some final input from her before we update her website. I wrote a DaVinci Resolve updater script for Arch Linux that automates it. This was probably what I spent the most time on the last 4 or 5 days. It's actually really cool, and I created a public version of it and released it on GitHub. And then I went to record some cool videos of this and how it can do the update and automate it, which is a real pain on Arch Linux. But this is nice and cool and fast, and it works. And then also you can use the same script to install it. But since it had to compile so many dependencies from source, it ended up taking like 3 hours to compile packages, which I forgot because there's so many dependencies on DaVinci Resolve, because this is a giant video editing software. It's great software, and it works great on Linux too. It just, to get it set up takes a little bit, and to get it updated is a bit of a chore. And so this script that automates it is actually really cool, and I'm very proud of it, and that I got it out there on GitHub, and I commented on the AUR package as well. And I think I'm going to get this video done in the next few days and get that released so that it's just available for indexing for people who come across that same situation, and hopefully it helps them out. I also, when I was recording that video, was installing it from scratch and realized that dependencies take a lot of time, and I ran into some errors in my script that if you're just doing updates, it works fine, but if you're doing a fresh install, I ran into some errors, and so I pushed updates and we fixed those. I also created some lead magnets with PDF stuff, and I also created a new video intro for a section that's coming on my YouTube channel. It's called Tech How-Tos. That Arch video will be in that, and this is tech updates, and you see on this video and last video I have a nice cool video update for this video series, and Tech How-Tos is going to be a companion video series that are not just things that I'm learning and studying, but hey, here's a how-to. This is why it's called Tech How-Tos, of what you can actually do with whatever software or application or project that I'm working on that I want to record a demo about and put it out there. So mistakes. Thinking that dependency installs, I mentioned this a second ago, that on a fresh VM that would have to compile would be fast. I'm looking at you, Qt5 Web Engine. That package takes hours to compile, and you can run into memory crashes with it if you're not careful. Fun times. And then also thinking I could get a quick video recorded the other night and edited and done in 1 hour. So it was supposed to be a quick video, and it just did not turn out that way. So this one has been a quick video, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Later.